Hit that like, comment below, subscribe if you got the time. It's your boy Casual with Sign A Podcast. And for this, let's get straight into it. Joseph Parker, Fabio Wardley, October 25th, 2025. This is going to be a good fight of fighting men. We've covered this a little bit before, but as we getting more into it, and it's kind of crazy because the fight just got signed, right? And we're about a month and a half out from the fight. It gets even more exciting. There's a lot on the line. And hats off to both fighters and both men taking this kind of fight. It's dangerous. And it really speaks to where boxing is today, the state of boxing, right? Where we've got men finally challenging themselves. We got men seeing other fighters get to the bag, get to the money, and still fight, win, lose, or draw, and keep their careers going. And I think that's finally generating the culture that we've long awaited to come back to the sport of boxing. And leading that way, we've got Joseph Parker. Joseph, as many, you already know the history, right? He's come back after that loss to Joe Joyce a few years ago, I believe it was 2022, and really resurged back, brought his career back, and shown that you can still grow and better your skills year by year and come back in top contention, where right now I've got him ranked number one, only under Usyk, right? He's not getting a shot right now for undisputed. The WBO belt might get dropped. We don't know, but there's a lot there, but he's in position. And a man who's climbed his way back to the top, taking on top fighters in likes of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, a heavy puncher at that, Deontay, beating Zhang, beating Martin Bacoli. He was supposed to fight Daniel Dynamite Dubois, didn't get it, but he's just waiting around, trying to get his shot, trying to get a fight, trying to get his championship belt, deserving fight. And he's going to go ahead and take a keep busy fight. That's not really a keep busy fight in the likes of Fabio Wardley. You heard plenty of interviews with Joseph Parker. He just says he's a fighting man and ready to fight. He doesn't care who it is. And a lot of people can say that, but he lives that. And the same thing for Fabio Wardley. He's a top contender himself. He could have took something else easy to keep climbing up the ranks and put himself in a better position to get a championship belt, and it's still up in the air. Who knows if the WBO is going to be vacated in time for this fight to make it a championship fight. But for him too, salute to him, because he just came off a tough fight where he was losing and got that last minute knockout to come into an even tougher fight with the likes of Joseph Parker, number one in the heavyweight division, who's on a high right now and has been in a game for a while and is a true veteran in the sport, part of that old guard. Taking a step-up fight over in the UK at that speaks volumes to both men. One coming in the backyard to take a dangerous fight of a young contender who throws bombs and never is out of the fight, who could clip you at any time and really stall the momentum that he's had. And the other, a young up-and-coming contender who can get stalled by the veteran, the old guard who's been around, who's got high skills. And for this segment right here, we're going to cover real quick is, we got both of these men, hats off to both of them. But we've heard in a recent interview from likes of Joseph Parker, he did state that Wardley is not on his level. There's levels to this game. There's levels in boxing. And salute to him, because I understand what he's saying. Fabio Wardley at any given time does stand a chance in this fight. He never gives up. He can turn your lights off. He's proven that. He's proven that he can step up to the occasion. But sometimes just stepping up to the occasion might not be enough for just the pure level you're about to see. Joseph Parker is a boxer first. Boxer puncher at that. Not a whole lot of knockouts early on in his career, but he's been turning that around. He's now added the power to that. And I think that added level of power is that level I believe Joseph Parker's bringing in. He already know he had the ring IQ and the skill set levels above. But when you add power to that, that brings it another notch and lets the opposition know I can either knock you out or I can outbox you for 12 and punish you at that. It's the heavyweight division. Levels. It's levels to boxing. He's been around for a while. Joseph Parker's been a champion, fought other champions, taken losses at that. That's that next level. He's known how to lose and how to come back. There's a different fire there, something that Fabio Wardley hasn't seen too much of yet, right? He's suffered some adversities, meaning Fabio. He's had some tough little scraps at his level, but not at the level of championship level. And this is a big test for Fabio, and that's why I salute him for taking this kind of shot. But back to Joseph Parker's word, there's levels to boxing. I have to agree. There is a level here that Fabio isn't at. But to counteract that or counterpunch that, You don't know you're not at that level until you go try to be at that level. And this is what stuff men are made of, right? Joseph Parker wasn't at that level until he beat the likes of Andy Ruiz and became the champion, right? He took on the likes of Anthony AJ Joshua, jumped up and lost that fight, by, all 12 rounds. He's taken some losses himself to jump at that level and rebuild himself and tool himself into where he is today, one of the top in the division. And I think the same thing for Fabio Wardley. He's going to have to understand, yes, you're not at that level that Joseph Parker is right now. I think he will beat Fabio Wardley, should beat Fabio Wardley, is the favorite, better be the favorite, right? It's just all in the likes of Joseph Parker's, realm. This is his realm. This is his fight. He's the veteran. He's seen a lot of things. But for Fabio, this is your time to step up and get your level of training. You can beat Parker. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But I hope that, Fabio's not deterred and trying to go in this fight, just as a learning lesson. No, he should go in here and try to win. And I think he will. He's got that kind of fighter mentality. But I want to focus on something that Parker said about that levels, right? This guy's not at his level. I hope Parker, for all the work that he's done, and I know he's not. He's a professional, true gentleman at that. Don't sleep on the young contender. In this state of boxing, these young guys are coming for everything. They're trying to jump the line. They're trying to challenge themselves. This is the new generation of just boxers, and this new generation of these young men in general. They're hungry. And they will do everything it takes to take what you've got, especially you old guard, you old veteran. And for me, Parker, to you, this is the time to show him that there's levels in boxing, but hard work, dedication. Make sure you leave no stone unturned and do not underestimate this young fighter, because at a certain point, he can remind you that there is levels in boxing. And sometimes that level only matters for that one night to elevate his skill set, his tenacity, and his will to win for just one night can change your entire history and where you want to be in the sport of boxing. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas and all the upsets that happened throughout the years. Leave no stone unturned and show him that there is levels to boxing, because you are the favorite. You should win this fight. But show him who you are, where you are, and cement your status as number one in the heavyweight division sport of boxing. And Fabio, same message to you. Show him that you're here to fight and that you can elevate to that level and that you're never out of a fight. And show us, both fighters, show the world what true fighting men are, where the sport of boxing really is. We're helping grow the sport. 2025 has been a great year. 2026 is going to be dynamic as we keep growing and showing real men fight here in the sport of boxing. It's the best combat sport, period, and soon to be back on top as the number one sport altogether. Anyways, you talk way too long on this. Let us know what you think about the levels of boxing, levels between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley, and how you see this early fight going. It's your boy, Casual Real Sunday Podcast. Hit that like, comment below, and subscribe if you got the time. We appreciate that. Love. Until the next time.